This is N-C-C-U, one of the best university in Taiwan. In the Department of History, there is an assistant professor. He's 50 years old who works really hard in field of historical relics. However, the chairman of history doesn't like him so much, although they were classmates in the university a long time ago. But the chairman sees him as a competitor, and even though they were really good friends. One day, one of his colleagues entered his office and gives him an artifact. Where did you get that? This seems to be an ancient bronze. I think it was made by local tribes to worship the gods. So where did you get one? Well, there was some student that were walking back to their dorm, and they heard a raindrop dripping on something, which sounded different. And they found this and dug it out last night. Okay, so they just dug out something at the road, yeah. Okay, so where did they dug this out? This place is just near the river. There, they sit by the bench near the archaeological site. Well, hope they would find something useful for the research, but where are we now? His colleague asked. Well, here used to be a place where the tribes hold their rituals. Oh, okay, interesting. So they believe in gods, huh? Do you believe in gods? His colleague asked. Well, these tribes were later killed by the Spanish settlers 400 years ago that conquered northern Taiwan. So it seems that their gods didn't came to save them. Sir, you have to see this. The worker shouted, bringing them to an archaeological site, where the professor rushed to the library, where he searched for Spanish historical books on the shelf. Then he sat there for days and do the research. A few days later, a colleague walks in, bringing him a cup of coffee. How's everything going? You have been sitting here for days, his colleague asked. The professor responded in panic. Oh God, is this possible? Look, here, this book. I found this book. It was written by Spanish 400 years ago, and it tells a tale. 400 years ago, there was a tribe lived here, right in N-C-C-U. One day, they spotted something floating in the sky, but the thing grows bigger and bigger. Eventually, it falls into the ground. There was a tribe lived here a long time ago. One day, they spotted something appear in the sky, but the thing grows bigger and bigger. Eventually, it falls into the ground. There is a creature crawling out of this thing. Out of instinct, the tribes killed the creature. Then, a moment later, a much bigger thing appeared in the sky again, and slowly approaching the ground. Then, few creatures appeared out of nowhere and speak in their language, which they made a deal that they had to sacrifice 100 human in the set of time, or they would come back, and his colleague is in disbelief. Well, I don't think it's true. It must just be a tale, right? It's too ridiculous. But the professor responded, no, I do too much research on this. It must be real. If it's real, we have to tell the chairman. Then professor rushed his way to historic department. A few hours later, there's faculties. They take all the artifacts out of his office. The chairman looked and speak to another professor. He actually believed in aliens? This is the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard. He fails. No one believes him. Yeah, he questioned himself. Why would anyone except for conspiracy theorists believe that this is real? He thinks. Even I doubt that. But what if it's true? What if they would come back tomorrow? As soon which he immediately rushed back to his office, retrieved all the artifacts and data that was taken by the chairman. And he immediately rushed back to his office and retrieved all of his artifacts. He looks into the documentary more deeply. There, he finds the astonishing truth. The tribe was wiped out exactly 400 years ago, but the tale said they would come back every 4. He looks into the documentary more deeply. The tribe holds rituals every 400 years, but the tribe was wiped out by Spanish exactly 400 years ago. This could not be true, he thinks. He could really feel his heartbeat now. Suddenly, he noticed his plant on the floor is swaying, little by little. Then he feels the ground trembling. He walks out of his office. He noticed something suddenly appeared in the sky. The thing stretches beyond horizon, yet it moves while making no sound, but he can feel it's approaching. The gods has making its visit to Earth once again.